Okay, so I don't know who will win between Sugar Ray Leonard and Floyd Mayweather if they both fought in their 20s, because Sugar Ray's overall athleticism, stamina, combination punching, his unpredictability, he could literally beat anybody at welterweight. And Floyd Mayweather isn't a natural welterweight. But one thing that I can say for certain is 100% Sugar Ray Leonard in his 30s will not be able to beat Floyd Mayweather in his 30s. Because Ray Leonard, as a 30-year-old pugilist plus anywhere between 30 until I think he retired at 34, 35, his defense, upper body defense, was non-existent. And I made a video about this before, and people got mad and they said, "What do you mean Sugar Ray didn't have great defense?" Well, Sugar Ray as a young man used his athleticism as a defense, like Roy Jones. So when his feet slow down and his reflexes slow down, he's pretty much left like a sitting duck. He's left to take a lot of punishment. And his upper body defense that he displayed in the second fight against Tommy Hearns was really subpar. Now, of course, Sugar Ray Leonard is a great, all-time great fighter. You can't take that away from him, right? But no fighter is perfect. So let's just look at some of the nuances of his game. We watch this fight, Sugar Ray Leonard gets his head snapped back over and over again because he doesn't know how to fight with his hands up. Even the great Muhammad Ali in the 70s learned how to use a high guard and put his hands up to block his face. Ray Leonard would do the things that he saw Ali do because Ali would do a open hand high guard, right? But Ali also would do a closed hand high guard where the inside of the glove is facing towards the face, not the open hand one where the inside of the glove is facing towards the opponent. And Ali would bring his elbows in. Now, if Ray Leonard was Ray Robinson, we could give him a pass and say, you know what? During that era, they weren't teaching people how to fight with his hands up. But Marvin Hagler, as well as Tommy Hearns and other fighters from that era, they could fight with a high guard. They could fight with their hands up. So it's just a skill that Ray Leonard never learned. And as you get older, it's easier to put your hands up as opposed to pulling your head back or trying to rely on your feet for 12 rounds, right? Now, in this fight, one of the things that we saw is that Ray Leonard, and I've said this for years, if Ray Leonard fought Tommy Hearns the first time around in the 12-round fight, he would have lost. This fight, he got a gift draw, but really he lost. He got knocked down twice. And he started coming on late in the fight, like 11th in the 12th round. Even after he got knocked down in the 11th round, he started coming on, started getting better because he's one of them rare fighters like Sanchez, like Muhammad Ali, where the longer the rounds, the greater they get. It's like they get stronger and stronger. We don't know how Floyd would have fared in 15 rounds. But 12 rounds, him in his 30s and Floyd in his 30s, Floyd will beat him. Floyd may even stop him. Tommy Hearns, his defense, his entire career was tall man defense. That's when somebody uses their height to their advantage, just pulling back just a little bit, taking one little step back, fighting behind their shoulders and hiding behind their long limbs and pushing you away with their long limbs, pulling your head down, just using the fact that they're taller than you as a primary source of defense. And that's what you're supposed to do when you're tall. Ray Leonard's defense was his feet, but his feet weren't as fast and he didn't have the same amount of stamina to be able to just bounce all around the ring like he did when they were younger, right? So once the feet was given out on him and he's a little bit tired in the fight, he also couldn't put his hands up in a high guard and protect himself. He also didn't have a shoulder roll. He didn't have none of the skills that Floyd Mayweather had throughout his entire career. He also didn't have the head movement, you know what I mean, that a guy like a Marvin Hagler displayed. So Ray Leonard, his upper body defense, he was a sitting duck as a man in his 30s. And that's what led to him really getting beat by Tommy Hearns. However, I could see why the referees called it a draw because Ray Leonard, he stole the show in the 12th round, was hunting Hearns. In different times throughout the fight, he was hurting Hearns, but Hearns, as a man in his 30s, was a lot stronger and was able to take those shots. Hearns' legs would give out, but this time instead of going down, he knew when to clinch, when to back up, when to pace himself, when to accept that he was hurt. And he was stronger. Like he could keep his base. When you're that tall, it's hard to stay on your legs once your head gets knocked. You know what I mean? Once the brain gets a little fuzzy. But Hearns, he got better at it. So really he should have got that win, but it was times where Ray looked like he was in control and Ray was the bigger star. That's the reason why Ray was given the fight against Hagler. Ray was just the bigger star. But they called it a draw because Ray went to the canvas twice. If Ray had never gone to the canvas, they would have called it a victory for Ray, even though Hearns beat him overall in this fight. And this fight, to me, shows why He wouldn't be able to beat Floyd Mayweather on any night if they're both in their 30s, because he doesn't have enough upper body defense. He doesn't have enough overall defensive fundamentals. Ray Leonard, a lot of his defense is just based off athleticism, and once the athleticism starts to fade, he looks worse and worse and worse. But y'all let me know what y'all think.